Before we begin with today's episode, I want to chat a little with you about our sponsor, Podcorn. So, Podcorn is a marketplace that connects podcasts and brands, which helps to keep your favorite podcast going. There is a lot of time that goes into content creation, and content is such a valuable resource for people to share. Any information we need can now be found on podcasts with a quick search, which I personally find to be amazing. Podcorn is about empowering podcasters, and their user-friendly platform makes it easy for podcasts of all sizes to connect. If you have a podcast or are thinking about starting one this year, click on the link in my show notes to sign up to Podcorn and start browsing opportunities today. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Minimalism Made Simple podcast. My name is Rebecca, and I am the blogger over at minimalismmadesimple.com. I encourage you to head over and check out that website, as I have several worksheets and checklists for you to print absolutely for free. So thank you for tuning in today, and let's get started with today's episode. Hello everyone. So today I'm going to talk about how to spend more time with yourself, because I think we all need a little bit more time to ourselves and a little bit more self-care, don't you think? So in such a busy world, you can bury yourself in so much work that you lose time for yourself completely. When this happens, not only do you burn yourself out, but you abuse your mental and physical health. If you're feeling drained and exhausted, making time for yourself may be the aspect that you're missing in your daily routine. When you prioritize other things over time for yourself, you're neglecting your needs. Your career will always be there, but your health won't. So let's dive into the importance of making time for yourself in such a busy world. Unfortunately, we live in a world that focuses solely on the next task to do. Overworking is often glamorized in our day-to-day, which is an unhealthy notion. Making time for yourself, even in a busy schedule, is something you will thank yourself for later. You shouldn't work more than you live, which is the most important concept that you should always remember. You won't remember your life by the nights you worked hard for that paycheck, but for the experiences and memories that you've had with your loved ones. If you're too exhausted with work, you won't have enough energy to spend time with the people that you love, or even to do some of the things that you love. This makes having time for yourself the most significant aspect, as you can't do your usual self-care activities if you didn't have time for it in the first place. So how can we make more time for ourselves? I personally think the most important is to learn to say no. While it's easier said than done, if you need to spend the necessary time for yourself, saying no to anything or anyone else that requires your time and energy is key. If you're working from home and a client suddenly needs your time, simply decline and tell them that the working hours are over. If overworking isn't necessary, don't do it. Another thing I like to do is to apply the 80-20 rule. So this rule can be applied to the workplace, wherein you put your efforts into the 20% most important tasks of the day. Rather than multitasking and having your focus scattered in different things or different tasks, spend your time doing the most important work so that you don't have to rush. This gives you proper time management in return. Another suggestion I have is to wake up earlier. So waking up late means you no longer have the time to do the things you want for yourself. When you wake up earlier, even if it's just 15 minutes, you have more time for self-care activities such as working out or even something as simple as meditation or yoga. Simple adjustments can turn around this time for yourself, and you can really embrace it and be grateful for it. Another thing that I think we all have a little bit of trouble with is to go offline. When work is over, know when to go offline and stop everything you've been doing with work. This means you should stop checking your emails and notifications for anything work-related. If you're a workaholic, this can be a difficult habit to start, but you need to use this time for yourself and not for work. And you will feel better about it, and you will be healthier in the long run. Another one is to learn to prioritize. So you may be running out of time for yourself because you spend your time after work with people every day. This will naturally drain you, and it will leave you more exhausted than usual. Prioritize when to agree to go out with friends and when to leave that time for yourself instead. So this point is one of my favorites, which is to do something creative. It doesn't need to be a grand gesture or anything big. You don't need a canvas or equipment to be creative, and you can do this even during your break hours. Creativity varies per individual, and for this instance, it can be as simple as writing a poem or a song or taking pictures of a beautiful scenery with your phone. When you spend some time being creative, you spend a little bit of time with yourself, and maybe you discover a part of yourself that you never knew. So what are some benefits of making more time for yourself? I'm just going to name a few that I feel are important. 1, you'll feel less drained and exhausted. You'll have more energy to socialize and be around people. And you're generally more productive with your work tasks. There's also the point of that you'll feel more like yourself than ever. You'll be happier and in a good mood. You'll be able to perform efficiently and effectively when working. You can also prioritize the most urgent tasks, and you'll have the energy to do several tasks during the day, no matter what challenges arise. And these are only a few of the benefits, as there are many more for making time for yourself. By balancing both time for yourself and work, you effectively take care of your mental, emotional, and physical health. After all, alone time is how you can recharge the energy that you spend at work all day, or the energy that you spend living life all day. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and don't forget to go to my website at minimalismmadesimple.com to download my free workbook. All this information will be in the description below. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.